Alright, so what we got today? 2017 Polaris General transmissions, locked up, got a hole in the side of the case. Never worked on one of these transmissions. No idea what's in there, but we're gonna find out. So it's in neutral, but something's locked in the transmission. And like I say, no idea what's wrong, but the casing does have a hole in it. Don't know if that can be fixed or if I have to buy a whole new side of the case. I assume buy at least one half of the, or one side of the case. I don't know what's destroyed inside. It may be junk, may not be worth fixing. May have to just buy a whole nother transmission, but we're gonna give it a shot to fix it. So let's turn this thing apart and see what's going on inside there. So holding the bed on is two 15mm bolts, and then one little helper strut, and then there should be a plug in the wiring somewhere, I'm hoping, that goes to the tail lights that I can unplug so I can set the bed off. Go ahead and get it out of the way. There's what that plug looks like. There we go. Now we just gotta pop these two bolts out, set the bed off. Alright, now so that gives us quite a bit more access. Let's take a look at this and see what all we need to take out of the way. So right there is the hole in the case. You can see it. It's on the passenger side of the machine. I don't know what's behind that, but can't be good. So I think I'm gonna start by taking the clutch cover off, getting all that stuff out of the way, all the ductwork here for the air box, get all this stuff out of the way. And I know we're gonna have to jack it up and take the wheels off, pull the axles out and stuff, but right now we'll just kind of see what we can get from the top. So let's do it. Alright, taking the breather off the belt cover, 8mm on these clamps, and on all the cover bolts. Didn't realize that was in a little holder, but I'll just twist it out of the way. Well, I'm sure that's not supposed to be in there, or any of that. And that's in neutral. Alright, so it's on a couple jack stands. I just got the jack under here for moral support. Wheels are off the ground. You can see that's in neutral, so yeah. Let's get these wheels off and get these axles out of here. Wheel spacers. reason these wheel spacers are on here is those are 15-inch razor wheels. I'm not sure exactly which model it came off of, or they came off of, but needed these spacers to kind of bring the track width out a little bit. And then we have to use this adapter to get the nuts off of this spacer. There's at least one wheel bearing needs replaced. Lower control arm bushings, upper control arm bushings. So yeah, a lot needs replaced after the transmission, so we better get after it. 21 millimeter. Now, why is everything turning? There she is. Alright, so this wiring harness comes up here, and there's a plug here, two for the injectors, O2 sensor in the exhaust, and then whatever this one is, probably like a mass airflow or map, I don't know. And then this wire goes down to the transmission. And then I think there's another one over here. Yeah, this right here. I think this is the solenoid for the turf mode. Yeah, so we'll peel all these wires back, lay them back out of the way, get this intake stuff off here. We're gonna have to unhook the fuel line and get that out of the way and see if we can't get this transmission out somehow. I still got to drop the axles and stuff, but that ain't too bad. Just trying to get all this stuff out of the way and make sure it's even going to fit out of here. Hopefully I don't have to take the engine loose. It might not come out without doing that. I don't know yet, so I haven't watched any videos on this or done any research, but we'll see what happens. got that one hiding right there. I'm gonna have to unplug. I don't know if I can film it or not. There we go. That's most of the harness. I think I have to maybe unhook. I'm not sure if I have to unhook this starter wire. That might be all right. I'm gonna take this box out now. Let's get it. I forgot one wire here. Whatever this thing is on the transmission. Now I believe that's everything unhooked. Electrical anyways, so I can get rid of this intake stuff and see if we can't wiggle this transmission out once we get the axles out of it and unbolt it, of course. So I made sure I didn't prise on this plastic cover, just prized on the cast part. So I believe that's loose. If we can pull it up out of these little rubber grommets on the head here. I think I got everything unbolted. Well, it feels loose, but I don't know. Let's see if we missed something. Alright, so I buzzed that little bolt right there loose and give me enough room to move this. So now we'll unhook the fuel rail and see if we can't prise this thing out of here. Well, I lost that little green clip somewhere. Hopefully we find it. There we go. Well, there's the transmission. I don't know if it'll come up out of there, honestly. It might. So let's finish getting everything unhooked from it, and we'll take these axles out. Maybe I'll find my little green clip and see what we can do here. $15mm. I think the bottom one's 18. Yep. 15 on the brake caliper. Here, I want you to look at these brake pads. Look at that. Wearing into the metal. Wow. I usually never have them this stuck. That's something else. She's wanting to come off of there. So these washers, there's a little bit of a cup to them. Not sure if you can see that, but the crown to them goes toward the nut. That way it puts a little bit of tension on the hub. Wow. That one was stuck. So you can see a little bit of slack in that upper control arm, lower control arm. I'm gonna get this axle out. Might need to take the sway bar loose. Yeah, we'll take the sway bar loose, get it out of the way, so we can pop that axle out. Well, it's gonna be fun. That was fun. That's tough. Yeah, getting them axles out ain't no fun at all. But they're out now. Let's finish getting this thing unbolted. Now, looks like a couple bolts here. There's a couple on the other side, and then this back mount. And then on the back mount, I'll probably take the 3 little bolts off of the actual transmission case. Might give us a little more clearance. And if I have to, I'll take the sway bar loose and take this bushing off of here. That's on our tight. Dang. That let the whole transmission and engine both set down. Might need to block the engine up. So, put the ratchet strap there to kind of hold the engine up, and we can get these bolts out of the transmission and the engine not be kind of weighing down and hanging down on it there. So let's get these bolts out of here. So this bracket went in here like this. Bolts onto that bushing back there, and then 3 bolts in the top of the transmission. And that's one that holds that intake on. Another 15mm. So this little bracket was on the back side of it, and I'm guessing it went this way because all the mud was on the bottom. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Funny that extension made that much of a difference. And now my ratchet won't, or my impact won't get in there. Let's try the extension again. Oh, I got that one. Probably should have took this drive line loose first, huh? Whoops. Hope we can slide that over there. Let's see if we can figure this out. That's going to be a puzzle getting that out of there. Got it almost slid over there. I don't know if it's going to come out of there. I'll try to take this plate off of here, this bracket if I can. Might give us a little more room. I don't know. I ain't even raised it up high enough to where this thing will be an issue yet, so I need to get this loose if I can. Found my little green clip. I don't know how I could lose so many tools working in one little spot, but I can. I still can't find my 15mm wrench. I had to dig out my gear wrenches. Well, it's laying here somewhere. There we go. So, the little arrow goes up. The flat part here goes out toward the bolt head, and this goes toward the transmission. Well, I found my 15mm wrench. It was under my milk crate that I was sitting on. Hope there ain't more bolts in this, but be my luck. I think I see one over there on the other side. Well, took every bolt I can find out of that thing, and it still ain't moving. And that ain't holding it. Let's see if we can't get her prized up from the other side. It ain't even moving. Probably a bolt right in the middle somewhere. Yeah. And on the top, that figures, I'll never get to them. So how do I get the transmission out? That's to pull the engine. Be my luck. I don't think I can rotate it no farther forward either. Now let's look at this some more. Well, I got the drive line off, but still ain't no better off. Probably have to get that bracket off. I don't know. I've been looking at it. It's not looking good for getting it out without pulling the engine. I don't know. We'll keep looking at it here and poking around. Alright, so transmission about halfway out. I think I can rotate this on out. Yeah, it's kind of a chore getting here. Everything was kind of in the way, but I was like, where can I pull this out? Will it fit? But actually, it so far kind of enough room. Looks like it's rotated out halfway. I believe I can just plop it on out. But anyway, let's get this out of here, get it up on the workbench, see what we're left with that's any good in this thing, and order some parts. Let's get it. Don't sound like it's got any oil in it, huh? Say this was just run dry on oil, I don't know, but you can see that bearing out there probably let go and busted the case. Don't know that that even needs replaced. You could probably just seal that up, put new bearings in it, be alright. But I'm looking right now trying to find the case, or this right-handed side of the case to replace. Once I pop this apart and make sure there's nothing else damaged, I don't know, it might be cheaper off buying another transmission, but for right now I'm hoping that everything's good except for that. But who knows, if one bearing goes out, there's probably a chance that some of the others are going bad too. So we'll crack her open and see. Let's do it. It's got a built-in drain hole now, so we might as well utilize that. There's some oil in it. I think this is good. I believe that's all of them. So we can't pop this thing apart now. Uh-oh, still has some oil left in it. It's coming apart, but I can feel, I don't know, feel like some, not really resistance, but I guess it's catching on everything that's going into both sides. So hopefully I'm not dumping a bunch of stuff out that don't need to come apart. Maybe it needs to sit up like this to come apart better. I see some parts laying in the bottom. Now let's take a closer look at this. Clip goes right there. Another one right there. It's the opposite way. I guess we need to take this thing off. C-clip and a little spring-loaded washer. A flat washer. Whatever this thing is. There we go. Goes that way. Yeah, alignment pin there. There's a spring. Oh, this stuff looks pretty good. I don't see anything broke here. So this faces that way, and it's got the little piece that sticks out on the bottom. So wiggling this little thing here allowed it to come loose. That's the shifter lever thing, whatever that's called. So here's the bearing that went bad. You can see. We caught some of the bearings, but I don't know. Everything else looks pretty good. I mean, I'll obviously have to check everything real good, rinse it out real good. That gear chewed up something, but looks okay. So far, I'm not seeing anything other than this bearing that's bad, and obviously the hole in the case. I wonder if we can just weld that up, because the side of the case here looks like where the bearing would seat. Yeah. So if you look there, the bearing seats. It's got a lip that's not messed up. It just, the hole is out there where the bearings come out and hit. I bet we could save that case. I don't know. What do you think? Would that be an issue? I don't know. I mean, it's kind of thin. I know a guy that could probably weld it up, but I don't know. Alright, so probably going to quit here on this video. I know I need this bearing. I'll probably buy this one, and I've been online looking, and I found a couple of transmission cases. So I want to look and make sure they match up with the part number for this transmission. I don't know how many year models or what models are all the same. A lot of them probably similar, I'm sure, but where this is cast, I mean, I'm sure somebody can probably weld that. I know a guy that welds aluminum, but I don't know, you know, much about welding cast. So I'll probably just replace the side or replace this half of the transmission case, and that way we don't have to worry about that as being an issue. I don't see a part number on this bearing. I don't know if it just got wore off, because it looks pretty rough around the edges there, or if it even had one on it. So we'll order this bearing. Little noise in these. I don't know if it comes as a kit or what's worth replacing and what's not, but we'll look it over real good. Anyway, gonna order this, probably buy a used part here, this side of the case, and hope for the best. So the next video, well, in this right here, the next video we'll clean all this out, make sure there's no other bearings that need replaced. This one sounds a little junky, so we'll just look at that and see what we can get. These all spin good. This is the worst sounding one, so probably replace this one and this one, and go from there. So yeah, let's get out of here and get on something else.